Welcome to the Departure Lounge, where dreams take flight. On this YouTube channel, we're gonna rock the night with Christmas Jet. We'll challenge your wit and your brain. Mania brings the beauty, it's a fashion hurricane. Battle like the liveries, the skies are painted gold. We'll take you on a journey, let the battles unfold. And in our live streams, we'll break down the walls, question the norm, and have a damn good ball. Come on down to the Departure Lounge, where we're free, will entertain and inspire. Just you wait and see, from Christmas Jet to Mania. We'll make you shout in the battle of the love race. We'll never back down. We'll never back down. Battle of the liveries, the skies are painted gold. We'll take you on a journey, let the battles unfold. And in our live streams, we'll break down the walls, question the norm, and have a damn good ball. Come on down to the Departure Lounge, where we're free, will entertain and inspire. Just you wait and see, from Christmas Jet Mania. We'll make you shout in the battle of the love race. We'll never back down. We'll never back down.
A huge thank you to our channel member, William Omerod. I think Wayne's been playing at the settings again. I think he's been playing at the settings again, hasn't he? Can never trust Wayne at all. Yes, welcome, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. He really has been playing around with the friggin' settings. Right, hang on. Hold on. Hold up. Bit better. It'll be fine. I'll zoom out in a minute. Yes. Welcome to the Departure Lounge YouTube channel, your Friday flight night here on the channel. Hope you are well. I'm used to the camera being literally like there, so it's different that we're back here again. We're on board, as you saw. Let me show you. The excellent, the one we've been waiting for what feels like forever. It is the stunning PMDG 777-300. So I'm just going to try something here, because at the moment this is without what they call the loss scaling. It seems to be okay, right? It seems to be all right, but I'm noticing it's not as smooth. So I'm just going to try something, but let me just show you around the plane very, very quickly. You can see there are details to admire this evening. Let's just zoom in here on the panels here. You can see every bolt, every sort of nook and cranny has been beautifully textured. right down to the tyres. Right up into like the wings themselves. Look at the detailing there. If we go outwards, the beautiful GE90 engine as well has been superbly detailed. You can see that in the bolts and everything else. Right back to the back of the engine, to the actual tyres themselves. Check that out. Look at the detailing on the tyres, look. Very quickly, Darren Graham, thank you for donating there through the link. It goes to a worthy cause. I'll get onto that in a second as we continue with our little video. If you want to know what tyres they got, it is Bridgestone. There you go, Bridgestone. They've even put that in there as well. Beautiful sort of undercarriage as well. I mean, this thing is just massive, huge. If we dive into the plane as well, you will see the cabins beautifully put together as well. So you've got your economy and your economy here, right through to your premium economy, all the way through to your business. Each one modelled fantastically well. It's a beautiful, beautiful aeroplane to fly. Really, really is smart. And it's just it just looks excellent. It looks excellent. It's, oh gosh, flies brilliantly. There's your sort of wing view that we're going to have for the evening. As well, you can just again tell by the texturing. It's just awesome. Just awesome. So there you go. Shine on it is excellent as well, and it oozes quality. It oozes quality. So there you go. There is our 777 for the evening. Just going to try something here. So bear with me a second before we say hello. I'm going to use the lossless scaling, see if there's any difference. And immediately jumping in. Looks like there could be a bit of a difference. It looks a bit smoother now. Let me know the feedback, of course. From time to time it will stutter as well. I have seen it for myself. But overall, smoothness-wise, it actually looks a lot smoother. Just while it catches up on itself. Yeah, look, that's smoother. Happy days. We'll run with it for now. What are we hitting at the moment? It's like 50 frames at the minute, 50 frames a second, FPS. Beautiful 50 frames there. So we'll stick with it. Let's go into the cockpit. Here we go. I've got to come out of the frames thingy for a sec. Let's go for it. Let's say hello to those that are in the chat. Firstly, get your limbs moving because it is the weekend. And it can only mean one thing. When it plays. When it plays. Five, Crawford's on fire. YouTube chat is terrified. Crawford's on fire. Boom! Na, 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 na. Yes, indeed. Carl Crawford kicking us off this evening in the chat. Hello to you. Hope you are doing well. Gemma, evening to you. Wayne's here as well. Lee Class, evening to you, says looks very good. Schiphol looks realistic too. This is the Asobo default model of the airport, so runs a lot better than the Heathrow one does. Max is there as well. It's very high level. It's high study level indeed, says Brandon. Max will have no chance of flying this. Not a chance. But hello to you, Brandon. Hope you are well. Max is there. Says no more school for me now. I have left it. Oh boy, is reality going to smack you in the face. Who else have we got? Sarah, evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Bernice Thompson, evening to you. Hope you're doing well. And anyone else that is well. Darren Graham, of course, as well. Evening to you as well. Welcome along to the stream. Now, we're going without passengers today because the passenger loading, as I found out last night, took an absolute age. So we're going to ferry this one across to Porto this evening, just to kind of showcase the aircraft. So starting it up is relatively simple and relatively easy, to the point where even I don't need a checklist because I've read up on it. So here's what you got to do. So to start this one up, we'll turn the batteries on. You'll see these turn on, and you'll probably think to yourself, well, surely something works. It doesn't. There's nothing lights up. But we have a tablet, which is excellent. Has a lot more on it than the 737. Here we go. We want, of course, the ground. Not that one. We want the ground power, which we can't for some reason do it via there. So that is absolutely fine. So what we'll do is we'll go across to the FMC here. We'll press FS actions, go to ground connections, and we'll immediately oh, we've got to set the chocks. What's happened there then? That's different. Are the chocks... Oh, okay. For some reason the chocks weren't set. Interesting. Alright, so we can request ground power, which is now connected, which means if we go back to the top, all of a sudden we have our external power. And here we go. The aircraft comes to life. Happy days. And mainly everything that you see that is off, including the IFE passenger seats, we'll turn those on. We'll turn the cabin utility to on. The Adiru will turn to on as well. Emergency lights, we'll click down once to go into the armed position. These ones we don't need to touch. The aircraft will align itself. We'll go for the window heaters as well. Get those turned on. We'll turn these ones on once we've pushed back. You'll see the pushback in a second. I'm about to show you why there's a bit of an issue with that. No smoking signs to the auto position. Seatbelts on even though we've got nobody on board. We'll go for the fuel. We can also turn the APU on. The APU bleed is already on as well, which is here. That's already switched to auto. We can go for the packs to on. Or are they off? Did I just turn those off? I thought they might be on. Oh no, they're on auto already. So they're already on auto, so that's fine. And these are already on as well. Who was that? Let's say hello to Swim and Climb. Thank you for subscribing. Hope you are doing well. If you're watching, come and say hi in the chat. We don't bite. Come and say hi. So yes, otherwise we go down or back down to the FMC here. We've still got nothing at the minute. I'm hoping I've done. I'm pretty sure. I say I don't need a checklist. I'm fairly certain that is everything correct. Now time to check. I'm pretty sure that's it. Ah, okay. Is it all? No, the screen's on. Why aren't the screens on? Oh, here we go. Aircraft's coming to life. Here we go. Boom. It takes a while because it's a big plane. There we go. Happy days. Right, the aircraft is on and alive and ready to go. The aircraft will now just align itself and everything else. We'll go to the FMC. And if you know the PMDG 737 well, you'll know that it's fairly straightforward with that. So we are at today Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. So we'll swing that into there. We'll take the GPS position, put it into our reference system, and now the aircraft is aligned. Happy days. Let's go to the route. We can now request our route. So it's a little bit different to the PMDG 737, where you normally have to put in your departure airport and the arrival airport. But you don't need to do that, and normally you put it into the co-route. You don't do that. If you've got the file in the right place on your computer, in your files, here you go. So you can request routes according to the 777, and here you go. Here are your routes. This is the one I did yesterday as a test, and here's the one that we're doing tonight. So we'll click that. We'll select it. He says. There we go. So it's requesting the flight. Yes, swim and climb. Good to see you. Hope well. Says I took this PMDG 777-300 for its collection flight from Everett to Vancouver. It was a short flight, but just got it home. Got it to home base, ready for long flights to Japan, Korea, and Taipei as its EVA Air livery. Fabulous. I've seen a lot of people do that, and I'm half tempted to kind of give it a go myself, which is do like a delivery flight. But how are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the 777? I know for the 2 times I've flown it already, I'm very much enjoying the 777. Once the flight plan is uploaded, we'll press activate and execute. And we'll activate again, I think. So that now should... Oh, we've got to load it first. That might work. It might work. So it's just uploading for the minute. Swim and Climb says it was a long time ago since I last flew the 777 back in the FSX days. Goodness me, I never flew it with the... Right, so that should now, hopefully, get the route... Yeah, so the route's in there. Happy days. So there you go. That's how you load the flight plan in. We need to pick our departure runway and everything else. So we're going off of runway 24 today. And our departure runway... departure is on the... Valks 3 Sierra. So we'll execute that. And if we go back to... here... we'll go to the approach, and we're going in on the localizer runway 17. It doesn't show it, so we're going to go in runway 17, and we are going in via the ASPO, not ASBO. That's not the one that Max will get for being out of school. ASPO. So that should be done. Let's have a look at the legs. Beautiful. There we go. Beautiful set of legs. So we can clear all of this because this is all done and dusted. Let's have a look and see if there's any discrepancies. No dick transition today. But we can take runway 17 and pop it there. Happy days. So the route is done. Jim says we'll have to watch this back when I do my first flight with it. It's fairly straightforward. You gotta, if you use SimBrief, you've got to get the flight plan from there to kind of load it into the plane. Otherwise, like I say, the rest of it is pretty standard. Same as the 737 again. We can click these buttons here, and they will load it up for us. We can accept. There you go. Happy days. So because it's picked up everything now, it's picked up a lot more than 737 does. It picks up your performance, it picks up your weights, it picks up everything else. You just press the accept button, and that's all you need to do. Everything else is calculated for you, and it's just Oh, it's so lovely. it's so nice. Thrust slim, we'll keep it to standard takeoff today. We're going to be quite light today as well because of the fact that we're not taking passengers. And there you go. There's our V1s already selected. So we'll confirm and confirm and confirm. And our centre of gravity confirmed as well. We are super close. Super close to pushing back. Let's go back up to the top. We can get the beacons on. And I think we are actually good to go. I think we can push. Let's push. So, in fact, let's not push just yet because we've got to set our speed here. Let's take her up to 2. Let's go 225. No. Oh, it doesn't like that. It will now. And we'll do our little standard thing of going to like 12,000 feet for our initial climb. Cracking. Alright, let's go for the push. Now you're about to see something that's going to break the game slightly. Or break the plane. But, well, I've got to show you so you can see it. And then we'll have to manually push back ourselves. So you'll see what's about to happen. Here we go. Those that fly the 777 will know of the issues. So we've got everything on there. So I might go on the outside for this. Swim and climb. It says, how long have you been flying in the flight simulation and live streaming? I just found your channel, but enjoy learning from other other live streamers. So flight simulation wise, I've been going
we are ready for pushback.
Since probably like Flight Sim 2000, maybe a little bit earlier than that. Got to remove chocks. I've just seen it, otherwise it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, Flight Sim 2000 was like one of the first ones I flew.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Right, chocks removed. Live streaming probably like this sort of thing since like 2021. So what's that now? Like 3 years. 3 years of live streaming the flight sim.
Locking gear.
So apparently we've got insufficient fuel, which we'll keep an eye on because I had this yesterday. So I might need to change that. I did notice this yesterday, and I'm not entirely sure why. So if I just minimise that for the minute. So apparently is this part of the tablet stuff again? Is this like tablet stuff? Don't think it is it? Let's request our data from SimBrief. There we go. That's Navigraph. That's the settings. Maybe not then. Maybe we might have to do it automatically. Alright, let's go for the... I'll show you the push anyway. So we're going to push back. The Dutch sunset here. And we are headed from... Which one way are we going from? That's the centre. 2-4, so just there, so that's fine. So we are looking to... go to about there. Right, behold what's about to happen. Right, here we go.
Exiting from editing mode. Please wait.
Release parking brakes.
So to release the
please.
parking brakes, we've got to hold the brake down. Here we go.
Release parking brakes, please.
Oh, I can't do both.
Commencing push.
Here we go. Right, have a nosy. Here we go.
Start
Watch the
and
airplane tilt back. See it? Is it doing it? I bet it won't do it. You bastard. It's not going to do it, is it? Okay, we might actually be fine. Normally what happens is the plane tilts backwards and goes onto its tail. It's not doing it tonight, which I'm actually quite happy with. Right, I might turn the sound up here so you can hear the engine start up. So let's get the sound up. I'm going to turn my mic off. Here we go.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Nice, right? I totally agree with Swim and Climb, who says that the volume needs to be up more. I think it does. I think that volume needs to be turned on a little bit more, just to kind of give that sound. I don't know if it's like the genuine sound or not. I know PMDG themselves have literally
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
PMDG themselves
Unlocking gear.
have literally sort of moaned about the fact that people are saying that the sound should be louder when they don't actually know what they're talking about. And I'm like, oh, I mean, good for you for telling us to, putting us in our place. Right, hydraulics on. We'll get the taxi lights on shortly. APU can come off now that the engines are on. Jim, evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Max says about doing a flight tomorrow. I mean, good luck with that. Gemma says, I don't think I'll replicate my Heathrow to Tokyo flight on my first time of flying it. Not if you want to sit around for an hour and a half waiting for the passengers to load. It's a long time. Phil says you log on expecting to see a football game, and it's bloody aeroplanes. I know. Football's back tomorrow.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Flight sim live streaming is becoming more and more popular now, and it's not a bad thing. I enjoy following live stream flying, racing, etc. Well, you've come to the right channel. We do pretty much all of that, including obviously watching along with the Euros at the moment. Right, and the aeroplane is ready to go. I'm going to keep an eye on the fuel because, interestingly, I had this issue yesterday with the fuel. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. Might have to rejig it on the system. Right, taxi lights can go on because we're now being given the clear. Let's get taxiing for our flight. It's going to be a long one tonight. 2 hours, 15 minutes supposedly. Are we going to move? Wants to move. It does want to move. Come on, you bastard. Yeah. Why won't you move? Come on, you. Come on. Oh, come on. I had this issue yesterday. I can't remember I'd done it. Come on. It's got to be a simpler way. This does happen, and it took me a good few times. There we go. Thank you, Brandon. Slowly release it. There we go. Right, we're moving. Happy days. The aircraft is very powerful, so it will pick up speed very quickly. We'll go down to the flaps here. We'll set them to 5. And we are moving. We've got movement, which is excellent. So we're just going to follow the KLM aircraft on their way out. Thank you, Brandon. That's sometimes, I say sometimes, most of the time I've had the flight going. I had it yesterday where I had to try and work out how to get it to fix itself. Otherwise, it was going to be sort of stuck on. Oh, we've got a queue of. Can we jump in front of? I think we're going to jump in front of that 737 right there. Let's jump in front of you. So this is all to do with like traffic online. This is not real people. Yeah, KLM. We're gonna get in front of you because we're gonna. Haha. Excuse me. No. You wait. No. No, it's not Ryanair either. No. Filthy bastard. I'm now fearful that the other one behind's going to get in front. But no, I think he's alright. He's saved. We're all good. Fucking Dutch Ryanair bastards. Anyway. Whilst we're taxiing. The sounds are incredible. It looks amazing in the sunshine. It looks epic. There's the 777, and we're about to get it airborne shortly for our flight over to Porto. Not a flight it would do, but I figured, as it's the... Oh my fucking god. I mean, nearly. I mean, we are right up its ass. Please go ahead. Oh, that's close. Max says Tom's doing a Wayne. I'll be doing your mum if you're not careful. I'm going to keep an eye on that fuel, because what happens is the ram air turbine comes down and then you can't get rid of it. Alright, very quickly, whilst we're in the whilst we're waiting for the position for takeoff, pinned to the top of the chat is the link to donate towards the cause, very worthy cause, of the Cornwall Air Ambulance getting a second helicopter, which will save many, many more lives. Few people have donated already, and I am super grateful to you all. If anybody wants to also donate to a very worthy cause as well, the link will go to the Ko-fi chat, the Ko-fi page, which is absolutely fine. Goes into there, and then once it's in there, it will then go to the Cornwall Air Ambulance, and we'll have the name of the channel put on the belly of the helicopter. So here we go. KLM now going to line up. TCAS is on already, so most of the plane is pretty much done for you. So we're going to wait, and I'll turn the sounds up so you can hear the roar of departure, and I'm going to go quiet, and I'm actually going to mute my mic this time too. So enjoy the sounds of the PMDG 777 for the first time on the streams as we depart Amsterdam for Porto. Enjoy. So it's very easy to overspeed in this plane, as you've just witnessed. Because I was overspeeding, and because I'm trying to manage it as well, it was it obviously, you know, bleeping all God knows what on me. So yeah, so it was just overspeeding because of the flats. But here we go. I'll turn that sound up one more time. All right. We're actually already at 10,000 feet, which is quite remarkable for this aeroplane. So we'll get the flaps brought up in a second. Just here we go. Flaps going up. So flaps take a while to go up, but the aircraft should now be powering through. Going to set our climb now to 34,000. There we go. Happy days. We'll go into the hold. We'll then go back into there. And let's go to climbing at 1,700 feet a minute. Get on to standard. I'm still literally trying to get to pace with the aeroplane as well. It's incredible how quickly this plane climbs. And the amount of power that's behind it is frightening. Here we go again. Beautiful, look at that. So there you go, that's the PMDG 777. What are we thinking? I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Get to the comments in a sec. Beautiful. Love that. So, I'm going to keep an eye on the fuel, like I said, because boy oh boy does this aircraft drink fuel very quickly. This was on 19.0, now we're on 12.7. Boy does it drink fuel so quick. So I might need to go into the fuel bit for the PMDG, which you'll find if anyone does need to do that. I haven't quite worked out the fuel section just yet. That's probably on the flight setup, but you go to FS actions, and then there's fuel, and then you got for your long range fuel, you've got your medium range fuel, and then you've got oh, maybe it's in here that you put it. But look how quickly, if I can't zoom in anymore, Look how quickly that fuel is going down. Can you see that? Can you see how quickly that fuel's going down? We're on 12.1. She's proper thirsty, this is. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Wayne says stunning looks and sounds mega. Lots of people saying awesome sounds. Max is off to get something very cool outside. Gemma says drinking it faster than Jack on the Westerns. Happy Friday, everybody. Look how quick it's going. Jesus. So we'll keep an eye on that, but there you go. That is the 777 for you, and it is dead quiet in the cockpit. Dead quiet in the cockpit. If you are on Volanta, by the way, you'll notice that there are about 90% of people flying the 777 right now. You'll be hard done by to find anyone that's not flying 777 right now. You'll need to refuel in about 10 minutes, most likely. Most likely. But it's just, I mean, now it's in the air. Let's have a proper look at it. I mean, it's just looks-wise. I mean, it is far more superior than obviously the Captain Sim 777. It's got everything you need. The wing flex is there when you want it. I mean, just like right up to the nose. Like the detailing here is just like rivets. It's lovely. It's absolutely fantastic. They have done a really good job with this, as they always do with their aeroplanes. They've done a really, really good job. Excellent job. Really, really good job. Love this plane. Such good fun to fly. If anyone's flown the Captain Sim 777. It feels very bulky, and it does feel very heavy. This aircraft does feel heavy, but it also feels very easy to maneuver. And here we go. Look at the turn. Look, you get a bit of a turn here as well. Ideal. There you go. A bit of a profile now of the 777 as it begins its turn to the left. It's not much of a turn, but it gives you a right good look here at the aircraft. His ears must have been burning when someone mentioned Westerns. Jack's in the house. Max has to go because he's very upset at the moment. He's found out reality has now hit him in the face. I will do, yes. Brandon says to check something. I will check. Oh. Awesome. Awesome. So, let me know how your day was. As we head over to Porto here. We are 2 hours away. We're due to land at 25 past 10. The more we climb, the less that will become. Already covered 100 nautical miles. Staggering. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get that wing view. Here we go, look at the turn. Look at that wing flexing. Can you see the wing flexing just now? Lisa's very good. Good. Finished early. sponging off the taxman jack is not work. Look at the turn. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. If you want your screenshots, there it is. Look at the flags. Also sounds like we got company. And you know what? We do. How about that? We have got company. Right in front of us. Someone descending. Possibly be BA. I wonder where the noise was coming from. So I could hear some noise. I was like, who's that coming from? And it turns out it's coming from him. Quite possibly British Airways, that. Beautiful. 777 is a thing to behold. Look how quickly this bloody thing drinks the fuel up. There you go. It doesn't put enough fuel in it, that's the problem. That's medium range, it's giving us a crap load more now. That'll be enough. That'll be enough to get us to Porto. Right, here we go. So let's have a look and see what you lot have put in the chat this evening. Gemma was astounded by the plane there. Sarah says, I got a tan on my face, right? But I have a side fringe, so half my forehead is white. Oh no. Oh no. Sarah says people were laughing at me today. Oh no, Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Sarah going for the David Dickinson look. Wayne's already started. So our route today is going to take us across England. We're going to be going towards Southend. We're going to be turning left on Mango, heading down towards Southampton, and then we'll be heading across Rennes or Brittany, and all the way down into a little bit of Spain and right down into Porto in Portugal, where we finish today. Very nice. Wayne got some screenshots there. Vatsim noob. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the name. That's all it is. It says, can I see the plane from the outside? You absolutely can. So good, says Vatsim noob. It really is. It really is. The more I fly it, the more I get really, really comfortable with it. And it's just, oh my god, is that nose pitching up? Oh, why do we look like we're pitching up? Whoa, why are we pitching up so much? Airspeed low. Airspeed's not low. Why are we pitching up so much? I think we might be alright now. We're pitching down. Should be okay. We'll go back to the outside. Just wondered. I saw the nose pitch up then. Couldn't work out why it was doing it. It is stunning. Yeah, it is stunning. We're still climbing to 34,000. Yep. Should be there shortly. You can currently see the little land, which is France. Oh, that nose again. Is that nose just going up, or is it me? Didn't have this problem yesterday. That nose looks like it's way too high for the altitude that we're at. But the aircraft is keeping its speed, or holding its speed at least. Just wondering whether to keep it at 33 for now. I think I'm going to. I'm going to keep it at 33,000. Okay, we'll keep it there. We'll just keep an eye on that. Wayne says, my granny had a table that looks once like it was made from oak with matte varnish. Eh? David says, when is there really buttery landing? When there is a really buttery landing, does it become the Lurpak Lounge? Sounds like a great shout. Is the plane angry at you? I don't know. It tells me that the airspeed is low, but I didn't have this issue yesterday when I was flying it off stream. The airspeed's low because we're climbing, but for some reason the nose is going up all the time. So I'm trying to keep it at like 33. So I wonder if I were to drop the nose further and just let it slowly climb the rest of the way. It's just warning me that the airspeed is low, but I don't think it is. It's not as low as it should be. But I'm just watching that nose, and that nose is weirdly popping up. It's fine. Gemma says a bit back in a minute. Going to watch on the TV. No worries. David says it's a great looking aircraft. If you can see it overhead at 35,000 feet, you can really see the contrasting colours on it. Flaps issue. Definitely not a flaps issue. All the flaps are up. Flaps are up. Shouldn't be climbing this much, but we're nearly at the 33 anyway, so we're going to keep it. We'll keep it at 33. Right, be back in a second. I'm going to grab myself a drink. I suggest you do the same. Alright. Davey says, I wonder why Dua wasn't on the stream tonight, but I see she's about to climb onto the pyramid stage at Glastonbury. Are you going for a Westerns with her later? I'd love to. I would. I'd love to. Is the 777 worth it? I would say it probably is. I'd say it probably is, or it definitely is, rather, because it's a plane that is very thirsty, but it's because we've been dealing with the Captain Sim one for such a long time. Flying this is like flying a 320. The maneuverability of it. It's like flying a 320. So people will enjoy it, I think, as well. And people are looking. People have been crying out for a decent long haul plane for a while. And years of waiting for PMDG to bring out this plane or any kind of long haul plane besides the 737. Have been sort of, you know, the prayers have been answered, I would say. For sure, their prayers have been answered. For definite. Yeah, for definite. Wayne says, PMDG, is there any plans for a 777 freighter? You will be lucky, or you'll be excited to know that apparently that is their next project. Their next project is, so they're looking to bring the 777 family. They've gone with the 737, the 300 version, and apparently the freighter is next. From what we've been hearing, the freighter is next. Are you also excited for the fly-by-wire 380? I am. It's whether it comes out in this one or whether it comes out in the next game. It's been one of those things. It's a bit like the Aerosoft 330. It's one of those ones where it's like you get really excited for it because you think, oh, fantastic, 330 is coming out. Then a delay, then a more delay, and then no updates, and then yet more no updates. You just think, But I've been crying for a 300. Crying for a 380 as well. Braddock have done one. It's not the greatest, but it kind of fills the hole a little bit for the minute. So you can make do with it for the minute. Yeah, the whole 777 family coming to the flight sim as well. The LR version as well as the freighter and the 200 will be on their way as well. As well as that, of course, 727 coming out next month, which was a massive surprise to us all. Nobody knew anything about a 727 coming out until we were told about it. That's coming out next month, and of course next week will be the release of the MD-11 from TFDI, available for public download, or public purchase rather. DHL 777 freighter would be good. If it's anything like this, then absolutely, let's go. I'm all for it. Brandon says worth waiting for the Builds 350 as well. That'll be on its way. I think it'll be for both, because obviously Flight Sim 2020 is getting supported right up until 2028 is what they've said. So still got a good few years yet, and I think that it will come out for both. I really do. At the same time, still to there's so many liveries being released for this 777. It's amazing. At the same time, I'm also not shocked at how popular this has been. So many special liveries, so many so many sort of fantasy liveries, and just so many sort of it's good. It's great to see. Great to see. So much choice. Sarah says, "Hey, what happened to the Vueling fight? It was not long enough for this for today. So we'll definitely do that again during the week, I would say. By during the week next week, obviously the Euros take a break once again after Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So it's Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll do it Thursday. We'll do the Ibiza flight with Vueling. No Ryanair livery for it yet. No Ryanair livery yet. I've just looked to confirm it. Quite a few people have done Eva Air, which is interesting. Lots of people doing the Eva Air liveries. Of course, the popular ones that came out straight away were the Saudi liveries and the Qatar ones. We're doing the England game Sunday. Of course we are. We have to do the England game on Sunday. Euro watch-alongs obviously come back tomorrow. Tomorrow night from 5 o'clock. It's Italy against Switzerland. And at 5 o'clock, and the evening game is Germany-Denmark. It is the knockout rounds, which means things are about to get fucking tasty during the knockouts in the Euros. Sunday we've got 2 games as well. England, Slovakia, Spain taking on surprise knockout participants Georgia. Potential for a shock there if Georgia beat Portugal, but you never know what happened there. Vatsim Noob says, I find it annoying that there are periods with no new planes and then suddenly there's one every week or so. It's crazy. It's like everyone's starting to rush to get their aircraft out. What have we got here as well? There's an FSX port of the Airbus A300 Beluga as well. I don't know if it's going to be any good. My guess would be probably not if it's an FSX port, but you never know. Sarah says, "Oh great! Oh, that's because it's because you got Georgia, so you'll be taking on Brandon on Sunday." So in the sweepstake as well, it'll be Switzerland, Italy, which is Dom versus Gemma, and Germany, Denmark, which is Carl versus, I want to say, Wayne. Does Wayne have Denmark? Who's got Denmark in the sweepstake? I should know this, but I'll find out. Oh, Carl says it is Wayne. Oh, it is Wayne. So Denmark, yes. So here's how it stands at the moment. Gemma's got Italy left. I've got Romania and England left. Carl's got Germany left. Sarah has Georgia left. Wayne's got the Dutch and Denmark left. Jack's got Slovakia, who England play on Sunday. Brandon's got both France and Spain available. Gail has Austria and Belgium available. Lee's got Turkey. David's got Slovenia. Dom's got Switzerland. And Rob has Portugal. So there are only 4 of us that have 2 teams left in the tournament. Sarah's booing. That airspeed is not low. Why is it saying the airspeed's low? No, up. I'm not sure why it's saying the airspeed's low when it really isn't. So now we've got a proper look at the PMDG 777. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Has anyone lost both teams yet? Says Carl. No, but the first one of those who will lose their teams will be this weekend. Let me just find it. Gemma can lose Italy and Dom could lose Switzerland. So either Dom or Gemma will be the first ones to lose their teams and lose their sweepstake spot. Sarah will most likely follow on Sunday. Hopefully Jack follows beforehand because Jack's got Slovakia. We've now frozen for some reason. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Okay, now we're good. It's gonna be fascinating now because I think when you got the sweepstake ready to go with the teams that are left in it, and now it's like knockout football. I think it will create a lot of decent matches. I really do think we're in for some very, very good matches. Our airspeed is dropping again. Why is it dropping? Darren Graham, hello to you. Hope you're well. The nose is high, and we're losing altitude. Not altitude. We're losing speed. Why are we losing speed? Rob says, hey gang, hope all is well. Madison, Scotland, that school's out for the next 7 weeks. You poor bastard. Brandon says, who do you think is going to be in the final? Part of me thinks it could be Spain and Portugal. Whoa, look at that nose going up. Why is the nose going up? Or is that just my horizontal line here that's not straight? It's not straight, it's fine. Gee, I was going to say. Gemma reckons Italy. I can't see England getting there. So England take on the winners of Switzerland, Italy in the quarters. Can't see it being England personally. I don't understand, why are we losing speed? Am I going to have to drop it even further? It's really bizarre. I've never experienced the fact that the nose goes up so much. I can't work out what this is, whether there's like a flap issue here. I don't know, I didn't get this yesterday with this line. Can you see the line? It's telling me like the flaps aren't set or something. Can't work out why that line's there. Set flaps to 5 and see what that does. I'll set them to 1 just to get the flap to come down. But it seems to be a little bit more even now. We're down to 32,000 feet. Oh, Brandon's got it. There you go. Well, we'll keep it there just to kind of see what happens, but I just find that a bit strange. Hour and 28 to go before we get to Porto on the flight here. One of which has been an entertaining one in terms of trying to get the aircraft to to do its thing. We've just left UK shores, so we are now headed down. Down to Faro. Don't forget, of course, there are one of many ways you can support the channel this evening. You can drop a super sticker, a super chat, donate via the Ko-fi link, which goes towards the Cornwall Air Ambulance getting their second helicopter, which will hopefully save many, many lives. Or the freebie to drop a like if you wish to. There's no pressure, there's no force, there's no you must do this and you must do that. Don't believe in trying to force something down people's throats. It's mainly if you want to. If you don't want to, absolutely fine. How much are we up to for the air ambulance? Let's have a look. So I took Carl's donation out because Carl donated before we did the whole thing. So with Gemma's donation and Darren's donation, we're up to 30 quid. Can't think what the other one was for, but 30 quid we're up to. But Carl's donation came out before we did it, so we need to put Carl's donation back into it. So technically 50 quid. We're halfway there, as Bon Jovi would say. Rob says, "Are we nearly there yet?" No. No, we are not. However, the fact that we've reached now 290 knots, which means we should get there a little bit quicker. Oh, Paul's super chat to add as well. £60. 60 quid we're at. Doesn't have to be the single.
Happy Friday.
Lee Class, thank you for the super chat there. Carl says, didn't Jack donate? Jack did, but Jack donated for different reasons. Because he spoke about RIAT, and he still owes money for RIAT. Again, it was about 30 quid this time. Brandon, no worries, we'll see you again soon. I'll tell you what, this 777 is like the only plane I want to fly now. It's the only plane I want to fly. Whoa! Okay, who was that? Who was that? Whoa! Wow. Give yourself a round of applause. Why is that so small? Who's moved that? Wayne! Wayne's been touching shit. Stop touching shit. I'll do that again because Wayne's been touching things and he's made it so small. Here we go. There we go. From Phil, give yourself a round of applause. That is immense. That is absolutely insane. Give yourselves a round of applause. Jim said Wayne streamed last night at a small version of himself, about halfway up the screen. There's a lot of added shit that I didn't need. For example, you can still hear me. Here's what I looked at when I went onto the stream this morning, just now. This came up. I was like, what am I doing on this screen? Why is there a video capture device on this screen? I was like, there's never been one on the screen. I'm blaming Wayne. When I looked at it just now, like before going live, I was like, why? And then there was about 3 different video devices on this screen that we're on. And I was just like, what's going on? It's what happens when you don't do a flight sim stream for a while. You're used to doing the Euros. Come back and everything's just fucked. It's all just fucked. By the way, there's no limit to the donations. If we can get as many names on the helicopter as possible. We can get many names on there as possible. It could be our channel, and then it could be something else that goes on there as well. Let's try and get the helicopter plastered with everything to do with us. Rob says you've taught Wayne well then, Tom. Usually you're battering the keyboard more than bashing the bishop. Thanks, Rob. Did your boys come home from Germany yet? Phil's in the chat like, you've been in my wallet yet. Apparently the donation was from you, and apparently it was very kind. I've showed you many times how to set it up. It's very easy. It's like everything is there. Everything's there for you. You just have to set your camera up. You just got to pick your camera and that's it. You don't need to touch anything else. Rob says, oh, it's like that, is it? Hold my beard until it opened up a can of whoop ass. Easy, son. No need to bosh around here. Phil says it's for a good cause, though there's probably no chance of me getting rescued by it this far up north. I have read somewhere that it can be visited. I'm sure I've read it somewhere that it can be visited when it's bought in, so that people that have donated can go and see it. But yeah, like I said, it's not just limited to the one payment. If we can get many sort of as many donations as possible, we can get lots of people to have their names on there. We can put some community names on there as well, like the members lounge. Like we can have the departure lounge and then the members lounge. I think that's a great idea, personally. And then it's not just those that donated through the departure lounge, but those that are in the members lounge as well also get yourselves onto the helicopter as well throughout its entirety of its service. And I think that's a really, really good thing. Really good thing. So if you fancy it and you fancy being part of the second helicopter appeal, the link to that pinned to the top of the chat. Get yourself part of the appeal. Wayne says, I did follow your instructions, but it wouldn't capture me in the video capture devices, even switching it on and off. I'm not really sure what the problem was then. But oh, I love this plane. Looking glorious in the setting sun. It's just a beast. Look at it. I'll tell you what it is. For some reason, it looks skinnier than the Captain Sim one. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. It looks very skinny. in regards to like the Captain Sim one, which just feels quite bulky. Beautiful. There you go. Look at that. So yeah, so if you do happen to have Volanta and you have a little nosy what people are flying, you'll see that about 90% of people are flying the 777 and they are flying it long haul. Oh my god. Wayne says I did follow your instructions, but it wouldn't let me capture myself. Oh yeah, throw that on. Omzi was giving me hell yesterday as well, bloody game. Probably because we haven't played it for a while, and probably because it's Omzi. Excuse me. Yes. Don't forget, of course, as well, next Sunday is the F1 watch along as well. Silverstone, British Grand Prix. Wayne and Gemma. Yes, Wayne and Gemma hosting that one. They know more about the F1 than I do, so they will be taking you through it, giving me plenty of work to do in order to get the graphics sorted. Alright, key question. Then we've got an hour and 13 to go whilst we are over the Gulf of San Malo, just outside of Guernsey. What did you have for your tea? What was your Friday night choice? In fact, no, what was your Friday night dinner? What was it? What was your Friday night dinner? Mine was a cheese and ham pizza, and it was delightful. Lee, chicken and chips. Very nice. Phil says Gemma commenting on F1. Now that's going to be a laugh. They'll definitely be watching. Why not? David says we could request them to put "I'm offended by wing walkers" on it, or indeed any other phrase associated with TDL. Most of them would be the last thing you'd want to see if you were a patient. Easy, son. Easy, son. But I mean, the members lounge would be quite interesting. Like I say, if you want to get involved, not saying that someone should donate 100 quid, but if you want to donate towards the 100 quid, the more sort of things to do with the channel we can get on there, I think would be fabulous. And I think it'd be, again, it's a worthy cause. It's a worthy cause. So you wouldn't be doing any, you wouldn't be doing me any help. It would be doing, the county of Cornwall a lot of help because of the restricted access with the ambulances down some of the roads that in Cornwall. So they rely heavily on the air ambulance. Murray Walker, she ain't, says Phil. Rob says, watch the video today about prices at Silverstone for Grand Prix. Cheaper to fly to Hungarian Grand Prix for 3 days than race at Silverstone. Spicy Meat Feast Pizza, says Rob. Wayne has sausages, hash browns with mushrooms. And Phil says, bleep button on standby. Thankfully, we're a no holds barred kind of channel, so no bleep button is necessary, no matter what time of day it is. For example, fuck, shit, and ass. David says, yes, easy son would be a good one. Toot the bastard, not so much, and definitely not saucy penis. Don't think I'd want to add that anyway, personally. Not to the bottom of an ambulance helicopter. I don't think they'd accept it anyway. But yes, we can get community group in there as well. So the members lounge would probably be the one. If you wanted to do more than one name as well, we can get as many as we can. Like I said, the money that you put towards it will literally go towards the purchase of the helicopter. So what you can give is amazing, and those that have given so far, you are amazing. So thank you very much. So the next time we are back with the flight sim, not that. Hey, remember when we announced this? Remember when we announced we were going to start watch-alongs? No, that's not what we are looking at. We are looking at this one. Next time we're back, we're off to Lisbon with the Vueling A321neo Ibiza to Lisbon. That will probably be Thursday's stream. Wednesday will probably be done with OMSI or something along those lines. The Euro round. When's the Euro round of 16 finish? So it's Saturday with 2 games, Sunday with 2 games, Monday with 2 games, Tuesday with 2 games. Wednesday there's a break. Wednesday will be something. Thursday will be this flight. You see it on your screen. Friday we're back to the Euros, not the 5 p.m. ones, but the 8 p.m. Game, which is, I believe, is it 3 and 4? I don't know. Could possibly be England. Could possibly be England, we'll see. David says, how about Corma Airlines? At least it keeps it aviation themed. Not sure. It's time to refill my drink. So I'm going to be right back. I'll leave you with the outside view for the minute as the sun begins to set on our 777. You can enjoy the outside view whilst I go grab myself a drink. Back in a minute. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. So I've got to admit, it's I still think it's very strange. To be doing the flight sim again after after like so long, like was it 12 days, like 12 nights of doing the no 12 days of doing the Euros watch along. Feels very strange to be doing the flight sim once again, but the watch alongs return tomorrow, as we said. 5 o'clock Spain, Italy, Switzerland, and 8 o'clock Germany, Denmark. Probably the strength of the wind making the nose tilt up. It probably is. There is a headwind at the moment. But we've got the aircraft going at the speed that we really want it to. Fuel is absolutely fine. We're at 32,000 feet. Sun's beginning to set as well. Happy days. Just look at the... I mean, you can't really see it too much, but the detail of this wing, with that wing flex right at the end as well. They've done a fabulous job with this aeroplane. Really, really fabulous job. So if anyone is watching that has the 777, like Swim and Climb, and everyone else that is watching that's also playing the flight simulator, let me know your thoughts on the 777. And of course, those that are watching right now, let me know your thoughts on the 777. We had it during the takeoff and everything else. Let me know what you think in regards to the whole thing. I think it's well worth the money. And you will be pleasantly surprised, I would say, by just how good this aeroplane is. You can see as well why PMDG have put 3 years into building this plane, and it's paying off for them, because it's definitely doing well. So we've got an abundance of new aircraft coming over the next, well, month or so, really. We've got obviously, like I said, the 727 coming out next month. The MD-11 coming out next week. We've had the PMDG 777 this week, and I can't think of some of the others off the top of my head. Well, there's quite a few new planes that are coming to the flight simulator, and I am all for it. Jimmy says, "See what it's like when I fly it." So I would do what I did on the first time of me flying it, which was do a circuit, find an airport, load it in on the runway, so it will automatically load in, as in it's ready to go. You can change it through the FMC. You can load it into a state where it's constantly. So when you do a new flight, it will load in as like cold and dark, or it will load in like it's ready to go. You can choose what state to have the aircraft in. Do a circuit with it is the best thing to do. Pick like your local airport, local airfield, and just do do some circuits. I did it. Oh, when did we have it? Thursday? I think I downloaded it Thursday. I did a couple of circuits around Newquay. And it was very good. It was very, very good. So that's when I was like, okay, I'll do a full flight with it. Once I get to buttons, get to know the buttons and everything else. Probably the best thing to do actually is to start off at the stand, and then there's a checklist which obviously I'll send to you as well when you let me know it's downloaded, and I will send it across to you. And then just go through that checklist, have a nosy at it, see how easy it is to set up, make sure everything's working, and then taxi it out, and then do a few circuits with it so you can get comfortable with it. Then do a full flight, and then go further with what you want to do with it. So that's how you should test it, personally. My dude, Paul Hussey coming in with the super sticker. Appreciate it immensely. Legend of the channel, Paul Hussey. You can follow in his footsteps, of course, if you fancy supporting the channel this evening. Our airspeed was low apparently, but probably because we've got no passengers on board. We didn't load any passengers on. But look how good. Look how good. Look how good. I'm half tempted to do like a KLM flight down to Johannesburg, like 10 hours, and just sit and stare at this screen, because I could just stare at it the whole time. It's a stunning plane. Really, really, really is stunning. Realistically though, we have got 55 minutes before we are getting to Faro on this strange flight for a KLM 777. Rob Brown says next week's release, the England team's flight home, comes with a fighter escort to avoid the raging England fans. Shots well and truly fired. Gemma says Doncaster to Manchester is what I usually do when trying a plane out. Very good option as well. I normally do Exeter to Bristol because they're quite close, and it's a nice little route as well, just to kind of test the aircraft out. It works quite well. Yeah, it works quite well. Carl says Emirates 777 cargo livery, Dubai to Manchester be a good flight. That would most likely be with the Captain Sim freighter, which I think could be done. Could definitely be done. Rob's gone back to his usual hashtag angry jock mode. It says don't mention Manchester, Gemma. I hear a Phantom ATR is still circling somewhere in the local facility. It's amazing that still is thought about even to this very day. Phil says that'd be an interesting flight. Doncaster shut and Manchester got no power. And Paul says, are you getting the 727 when it's released? Absolutely. I've been the Sim's been crying out for a classic airliner. Albeit the 727 I think is going to be the freighter version, but I think some people will do liveries for the passenger ones. But yeah, I'm all for it. I'm very excited for it. It's going to take a while to learn it, I think, as well. But I'm all for it for sure. I can't wait. Can't wait. But yeah, definitely get it. Gemma says real world ops, isn't it? Yeah, real world, don't you know? Real world, don't you know? Wayne says, just seen Jet 2 757 box for NG upcoming release. Oh my god, how good does it look? I don't know, you've not sent me anything. I can't tell. There it is, I see it. That looks good. It looks good. Now you've sent me a visual, I can tell you it looks good. Uh, 727 oil spill response were based at Doncaster. They're now down at, oh for God's sake, someone tell me where they're based. Where are they based? Southend? Are they based in Southend now? Teesside. Boom, that's the one. Teesside, close enough. Oh, it is Southend. Oh, I was right. It was Southend. Southend was just a guess, but okay, fair enough. I'll take it. I thought they would have gone elsewhere, but yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, Southend, fair enough. Quite a common sight over down at over at Newquay, and for the first time as well, which happened completely out of the blue. Didn't even see it or come up on radar or nothing. I was driving through Newquay the other day, and up come the KC-135 from the Royal Air Force rivet joint, or joint rivet, whatever you want to call it, one of the two KC-135s. I was like, wow, amazing to see that, especially before REAP as well. Look at the colours. Look at that. If you want screenshots, ladies and gentlemen, now's your chance. That is that's quite something. Shall I take myself off screen so you can get some screenshots? I think I will. No, not that one. I think I will. Where's the freaking browser source? Why is there so many browser sources? What's going on here? What's going on? There you go. Take myself off screen, get some screenshots. Let's get it centered. There we go. Get some screenshots. Beautiful colours. That is looking remarkably good. Oh, this aeroplane. Delivering on all fronts. I had it all set up. Why has it all gone fucking wrong? I don't understand why we got two. Why is there two? Wayne, what have you been doing? Gail, evening to you. This evening all. Hope you're all good. Just popping in to say hi. Been a manic day, no worries. We are flying the brand new PMDG 777-300 that was released earlier this week. And we are loving it. The chat are loving it as well. Gemma says blame Wayne. I'm totally blaming Wayne. Why is everything gone fucking wrong? What's going on, Wayne? What have you done? Why is there so many fucking browser sources? Never mind. Lovely sunset, says Gemma. It's proving to be a lovely sunset. Let's have a proper look at it from outside. If we just swing the aeroplane round, round, and round. What do we make of this lossless scaling, by the way, making everything very smooth? Or as smooth as it can. There you go. Beautiful silhouette as the sun sets. There we go. You can watch that for a little bit while the sun goes down. Gail says, is it football tomorrow? It is football tomorrow, 2 lots. 5 PM Italy, Switzerland. 8 PM Spain, Denmark. Look at that lovely silhouette there of the 777 with the sunset. We'll admire it in its infancy and all its beauty. Beautiful. Lee says last weekend saw Oscar Sierra Romeo Bravo depart twice, flew over my bungalow. Very nice. Wayne says I only touched the video source and turned on my audio. I don't need to touch anything else. The dodgy honesty. Don't be blaming the game. I'm looking at this thinking, why is there so many bloody sources? But it's fine. It's fine. I'll have a muck about with it tomorrow and I'll sort some stuff out. I'm going to muck about the graphics as well for the Euros tomorrow. I'm kind of a little bit tedious of doing the subs and everything else. So I'm going to change that up a little bit so I can actually enjoy the game. I still think you did something, and you don't want to admit it. Rob says, in fairness to Blobjob TV, one of their better videos is behind the scenes with the oil spill response at 727. They are supposed to be replaced, I think, with 737s, if I remember correctly. There was a thing going around a year or two back that down here in Newquay we were supposed to see 737s flying incredibly low level out to sea as a potential replacement for the 727s. Say it quietly because we don't want the 727s to disappear just yet. But potentially on the grapevine. Oh god, 3 horses got let loose. Oh no, Gemma, no! Jilly! Ring the police, Jilly! I still think this is weird. This is it's strange. It's something that we've done for a while, which is the flight sim streams and everything else, and people have loved them, which is fantastic. But to go from doing like 12 days of watching the Euros and stuff to jumping back on the flight sim is a bit weird. It's very strange, but I'm sure everyone's enjoying the return of the flight sim. As the sun goes down, we're still seeing the silhouette of the 777, so we can go back into the cockpit and enjoy the remainder of the flight. I will get some custom views for this 777 as well. I do want to do a Saudi flight, and I was thinking from over to Manchester with it. I don't know when, but I'm thinking to do a Saudi flight over to Manchester with the retro 777. So one to potentially look out for. Wayne, sorry, not Wayne. Rob says Titan did a test with one of their 777s, created a stir in the local RAG, as per chem trailers in full flow. Yeah, it seems to be the case. So they put out in the news that there was supposed to be a 737 flying quite low. And I think it was under the West Atlantic contract or something like that. So they warned everybody that a plane would be flying very low, and people still kicked off about it. Wayne says, was strange yesterday. Yesterday evening felt so rusty. I feel like I'm rusty now. And yeah, I've been streaming for like 12 days in a row, and I'm like, I feel very rusty when it comes to the flight sim. It's like, what do we do while we're waiting for the plane to get to its descent? Like, what do we do to like fill the time? Gothic phone. Ah, those were different times. It was a different time back then. But no, very much looking forward to the double stream tomorrow. We are doing the double watch along of course of both round of 16 games. The nitty gritty end of the Euros. Group stage done. We're now into the knockout football, where we could potentially see extra time come into play as well. Which, you know, will be nice. As long as it doesn't clash with the 8 o'clock game. Then should be good. Sarah must be asleep. I think she's fallen asleep personally. Carl's saying, come on Germany. That's because it's Carl's team that's left in the Super League. So Wayne will lose one of his teams tomorrow if Denmark do get eliminated by the host Germany. Totally think Sarah's fallen asleep. Meanwhile, we have got 40 minutes before we're due to arrive in Portugal. We're over the ocean at the minute. Next bit of land we'll see is a little bit of Oviedo and Galicia. So a little bit of the... Put my teeth in, try again. A little bit of Asturias, which is near Oviedo and everything else. That's kind of the county of Asturias. And Galicia as well, going past the likes of Santiago, A Coruña and Vigo before we go into Portugal for our descent into Porto. Nearly said Faro again. I don't know why I think we were going to Faro, but we're not. Wayne says, I've given up on the steak. If I did buy a miracle of Holland, I will donate it to the ambulance. Jim says, thank Christ Concorde ain't around. They'd be having a fit if that was in for in at Prestwick for training. If you're enjoying the stream, of course, do feel free to smash the like button. It helps the channel out immensely. Once again, of course, many ways you can support the channel if you feel like you want to. Why not gift some memberships to those that are watching that may want a membership, that may be watching in the background. It's only a few days until I get a brand new set of 10 to give away. Jim says, buy a house next to or near an airport and the twats complain about the noise. That's why I'd personally love to go and like buy a house at Myrtle Avenue. I think that'd be amazing. The amount of plane spotting you could do would be fantastic. You wouldn't miss a thing then. Wouldn't miss a single thing, especially if you knew something like decent was coming in. You just pop into your garden, grab some photos. Gemma says, I'd love to live near an airport. To be honest, I would as well. Living near Heathrow like I did back in the day, I kind of regret not doing more with photos and, you know, the likelihood of like videos as well. Didn't think about videos back then, it was all about photos. I caught some very good stuff. So I thank the days that I lived near Heathrow. But now it's like now it's just like kind of got to drive like 2 hours to Bristol. Two hours to Bristol, or an hour to Newquay to catch something that's quite interesting to come in. It's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. It's like jumping on a bicycle and just riding down 10 minutes to Heathrow. Darren, don't, because I'm jealous. Jim says a mate of mine's relatives used to live in the Monkton bungalows that back onto the runway. They got new neighbours. They then moaned about the noise, knowing full well the runway was out the back. There's a famous picture going around, or has been going around, of Dublin back in the 70s, and there's a woman just hanging her hanging her clothes out and stuff to dry. and there's a Aer Lingus 747 just literally in their back garden. And I'm like, what a life that is. That'd be amazing. That would be awesome. That would be mega. Gail says, I'm not that close to, but under the flight paths for Luton Heathrow departures and arrivals and RAF Halton little prop planes, does that count? I think it does count. Rob says, that picture at Dublin brings new meaning to giving your washing a blow dry. It certainly does. It certainly does. Ugh, go away. Don't want to talk about Southgate yet. Wayne says, I'm on the descent path for Newcastle, mainly south to north. Flights from Tenerife on the rare occasion, Emirates, but assume far from them and send them in from the North Sea. Excuse me. Gail says, yeah, it's great when Caitlin flies over the house. Makes me feel I've done a good job as a single parent. Very good. I'm sort of under the approach for Manchester flights that go to Newquay. Rob says, one of the most entertaining groups on Faceache is Wiltshire Aviation Noise Action Group, Comedy Gold. I might have to look at that. Like a bit of comedy, me. So yeah, might have to have a nosy. I probably will. Excuse me for yawning. I'm knackered. Jim says, looking out our window, more or less straight ahead, we see them going in and out of Glasgow. Look to the right, can see the same at Prestwick, albeit at a far distance away. Still pretty decent though. Decent. We get a lot of like, from where I am, a lot of like the military flights go over to like Gibraltar. So you can hear like the whirling of the A400 flight, the propellers. But mainly it's the EasyJet flights, occasionally Ryanair to Stansted, and like ATRs to like somewhere up north, not the Gatwick ones. But mainly it's just the overheads from Amsterdam and everything else. Alright, 27 minutes remain. We are currently coming up to the coast now of Oviedo. As nighttime begins to descend upon us, we will get our logo lights switched on. Let's have a look at the outside because I've not seen it in the dark yet. Oof. Wow. How about that for a shot? Oh goodness me, what a shot that is. How about that? Check that out. What a shot, says Gemma. Gonna go for it. Here you go. Screenshot. Let's have it. Beautiful. Let's have that one uploaded to Valanta. Why not? Beautiful stuff. The 777 is fantastic. I mean, it really, really is like it's a different ball game. This 777 to the Captain's one. It really, really is. Rob says, had this conversation with an old boy last week. Told story of Canadian pilot dicking about starfighters, even though to break terminal windows on occasion back in the day at Prestwick. And Carl says, a bit like Gemma says, Wayne needs to have a trip down to Manchester because Wayne says I would go to Newcastle more to spot, but there's only so many 737s one can cope with. Definitely need to get yourself to Manchester. A bit like Stansted. If you like your Ryanair, Stansted is probably good for that. If you don't want to see Ryanair's, then yeah, probably should avoid Stansted. But I don't mind Stansted personally. For me, I think the Ryanair livery is quite easy on the eye. Rob says, anyone been to Waddo? Just wondering if it's been worth a visit. I imagine it's probably worth a visit. Waddington, especially with all the action you get there. It's a bit far for me to go, but I imagine it is. It's well worth the trip. Jim is still unsure whether to go to the next task fair. I'll be going. I've already got the time off and ready to have that one checked off the list. We've got 20 minutes to go before we land this 777 and we showcase that landing as well. In the meantime, I shall be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Oh, I've just seen it. Rob says, wish someone else would have pulled out Edinburgh. Hashtag if you know, you know. You've got to read it because it's funny. It is funny. Alright, let's get ourselves from 32,000, let's get ourselves down to, let's go 27 for the meantime. As we begin our descent. Go for a gradual descent, I think, for this one. I'm going to go to mental. Gemma says TDL day out at the TAS fair. Well, the next one after this one coming is February. But I'll definitely be there. Oh, and those wondering whether to go because of picking up a potential STD, fear no more. He's not going. Yes, he's not going. Oh, happy days. NG samples, you know I'm going to be picking those up. For sure, I've got my eyes already on those. Totally think Sarah's gone to bed as well, by the way. Gemma says I might go and just leave Phil waiting outside so he doesn't see all the models I'll end up buying. I've got money saved up already for it, and I've got no room to put them anywhere. Oh no, rumours are starting now. Carl says Sarah's gone to sleep and Jack's disappeared at the same time. Just saying. Rob says, how are we going to find out the latest news on the two E767s? Hashtag devastated. I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain. Might just be a good thing. Might just be a good thing. Right, I'm going to go fill my drink up one last time. Back in a mo for the landing into Porto. Back in a sec. Okay. Jeremy says I've got no room either. You've seen the shelf unit in my on stream. Can't be helped though when you're buying new models. Beautiful. Beautiful. 777 looking excellent against that silhouetted sunshine. 101 nautical miles to go. We'll continue now to bring the aeroplane down. Let me know, of course, if you are enjoying the fact that the flight simulator is back, even if it is for just a night, until things slowly start getting back to normal. Rob says just need to be grateful that an aviation expert has imparted this update that thank fuck thought I was going to miss out. Rob says this expert is like the doll of the clap, a pain in the dick and hard to get rid of. Jim says I am Mr. Banter, not being about football. Yes. Well, we're testing it because we're going to open up a second channel for the watch-alongs. But yeah, the football watch-alongs return tomorrow. I'm assuming Lee is off, so if you are, thanks for joining. We'll see you tomorrow for either one or the other, or both of the watch-alongs. You'll probably get more viewers straight away than your Geordie friend you've been watching. I know. I say Geordie friend, I actually don't know. I don't think he sees that this channel exists or whatever else, but like when an aviation channel is getting more viewers for a watch along than a football channel does for a watch along, no, things aren't going well for you. Carl says, can we get Gemma as a mod? And Lee will try and join tomorrow night. Not really thought about like mods, like mod replacements. Alright, so this is where I've got to keep flicking between Volante and everything else. 60 nautical miles away. We should probably get ourselves down to 15,000 maybe, but we'll do it gradually. Excuse me. Don't, because you'll literally, you will get his hopes up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say things like that. Because next thing you know is he'll become a mod, and you'll be like, why is he a mod? I'll be like, Wayne told me to do it. And I'll be like, it's Wayne's fault. It's Wayne's fault. I'm like, yeah, you want to know why Max was brought in as a mod? Like, you can blame Wayne for that. Easy, son, easy. Let's bring that speed back to 250 knots for the minute. Jim says, you just know what's coming in the next live chat. 100%. So he left earlier because he was upset. I don't know what he was upset about, but he was upset about something. Oh, wow. Well. Well then, this, why does it just look like it looks very interesting? I can see why Sarah says they look the same. That's all I'm saying. Yes, it's totally totally coming in the next live chat for football tomorrow. Football tomorrow, 5 o'clock, Italy, Switzerland. I heard my name being mentioned about being a mod. Can I be a mod, please? Oh yeah, about that. Sorry. Gemma says he's upset now because he's in the real world. Alright, we are on our final descent. Not really, not final descent, but you know what I mean. We're about to get our aircraft down to about 4,000 feet here. Going to get the aircraft to slow right up. And let's get those speed brakes on just to help the aircraft slow right down, because we're going to need to slow the F down here whilst we get ourselves ready for our approach. I suppose because it's been a while since we've done this. Time to get your landing predictions in. What do we reckon it'll be tonight? The first time for a while that we've done the. Oh wow, my logbook has disappeared. First time for a while since we've done the flight sim. So what do we think that the result will be from the landing here? Alright, music off. In the actual stream itself, what do we think for the PMDG 777? First time you lot. We'll be seeing this on stream. Jim's going for a 200. I don't think this will be a I think this will be an interesting landing. I think I managed to get it at 214 yesterday. It's just trying to find that really, really nice, like that. No, like I want to call it like a sweet spot. It's not really like a sweet spot, but it's just trying to find that sort of part of the plane where it's you know, landing at a smooth sort of rate. It will be difficult because it's a new plane and trying to learn it. Carl says 148, Gemma 257 because it's a new plane. It'll be interesting. Weather's looking okay towards Porto. Phil says it's not quite the prediction I was having in mind, but he says Slovakia 2, England 0. Oh, sorry, too early. It's not quite what we had in mind. The other thing you got to do with this aeroplane as well is when you are descending and you want to get the aircraft set up for your landing, is that you do need to prep it early. You need to prep the flaps early, and because they do take a while to come down. So we are supposedly in the overspeeding bits. The aircraft for some reason will not slow down. Starting to now. If we need to, we'll just do a quick 360 just to kind of help the aircraft slow down. Rob says, hello, this is Vagar calling. Landing rate ploughing into the hillside. Next we move to Dublin long stay car park. Thank you, Rob. Your confidence is always needed. And always key, of course. So, landing lights on. We're not going to go for the replay just yet. But let's see if the approach mode works for this aeroplane. Yeah, it says low speed, but it's really not. Right, we'll start to get the air brakes back up again. Get them armed. Airport is literally here where the cursor is. Let's get the recording going for the replay. And here we go. First landing on stream of the 777-300. Lots of weird noises coming from the 777. What we'll do is at the same time we'll get the auto brake set to, we'll go for 2 today just to get the aircraft slowed up in time. We're at 4,000 feet. We've got approach mode switched on. It's whether it will pick it up or not. We'll get the gear down in a second. Gemma's getting in on the act saying, Rob, can the long stay car park accommodate a 777? I'm sure it could. Right, gear coming down. We're going to get the full flaps in motion. The gear's coming down. Don't panic. Worst case scenario, in fact, we're actually going to take over. Because I don't think it's getting picked up. Is it getting picked up? Don't think it is. Let's take over. Alright, so we've taken over. We're in controls of the throttle and the aircraft controls. And let's see what we can do. Auto brake on 2. And let's land this KLM 777 in Faro. Faro, it's not bloody Faro, is it? Porto. Oliver, hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Says, hi, just won the Euros as Scotland in the AFC24, so I'm very happy today.
25.
There you go. But evening to you. You've joined just in time for the landing of our 777 into Porto. I'm going to come away from the chat just to focus on the landing here. Enjoy. Or try to at least. How's the flight been? Flight's been fine. It's such a good plane to fly. It really, really is. But here we go.
Sync rate.
No.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
There's a plane on the runway, but we don't give a fuck about that.
Don't sink. Sync rate. Sink. Don't sink. 20. Don't sink. 10.
Okay, we'll take the landing. Apparent tail strike. We'll take the landing. Don't quite know what it's the landing takes a lot of learning. I still haven't quite mastered it myself. For $2.99, I will take it. As we slow the aircraft down here, we'll just let it roll. We'll let her roll. And there we go. Alright, unorthodox, but welcome to Porto with the KLM 777. I'm not entirely sure what it's a strange one because I had the throttle at like half power and it was still losing speed. That's how much you really have to like That's how much you really have to concentrate with this aeroplane. It is strange, but $2.99. According to Volanta, it was a lot harder. It will go down. Yep, and a bit more of this.
Thank you for flying Ryanair. Last year, over 90% of our flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Ryanair. Low fares, made simple.
So this will take a lot of getting used to in terms of trying to butter it. I haven't been able to do it yet. Have not been able to butter this airplane yet, but it's a big plane, and it's like it's almost like you can't land it with the full flaps. You have to almost you have to almost land it sort of. We're going to go in actually next to this Wizz Air. I think that's where we're going to go in. You have to land it almost without the full flaps in order to gain like any control with the speed and everything else, because the speed just drops it. It just drops the aeroplane, and it's like, oh god. So you'll see in the replay just sort of how much it drops, but never mind. Anyway, stand 37 for us today. That's what we've decided to go for. Let's pop ourselves just there. Sticky on. And that is us down into Porto. That's that. We'll cancel the replay there. And there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Volanta had it down a little bit harder. It's going to be it's tricky to fly, and it's one I'm going to have to get used to because I'm not used to the way that this handles yet. But 299 is not too bad. The actual G point was G-force 1.28, which actually is not horrendous. But we go off the FPM, and it was horrendous, as we would say. Okay, all that's left to do for the evening is to take myself off the screen here. Hopefully you've enjoyed the 777 from PMDG. Won't be the last time you see this on the channel. Let's take the time all the way back so you can see it in the daytime. Beautiful stuff. There we go. Let's take that there. Let's end our flight on the Volanta so it doesn't mess that up. Flight time tonight, 2 hours and 16 minutes, which is about right. Hopefully you've enjoyed tonight's stream. If you have and you haven't done already, feel free to hit the like button. It helps us out immensely. Obviously, link at the top of the chat always helps us out for the Cornwall Air Ambulance second helicopter appeal. Thanks to those that have subscribed and super chatted and everything else this evening and donated to the cause. Thank you to you lot for watching this evening. Let's get the replay going. And all that is left for me to say is have wonderful
2500.
Rest of your Friday night. Have a wonderful Saturday. I will see you tomorrow for Italy versus Switzerland. Enjoy the landing. And from us at the Departure Lounge YouTube channel, let me just set this up here. Beautiful. Cool. From us at the YouTube, sorry, the Departure Lounge YouTube channel, it is, as always, a good night and a bye-bye for now.